Hello, everyone. Raymond Mhor, Kilted Prepper. How's everybody doing this morning? You're watching Coffee with Ray. So, what day is it today? Tuesday. Is it Tuesday? Yeah, I think it's Tuesday. Yeah. So today's Tuesday, and I really appreciate you guys watching my copper video yesterday. And in fact, I'm going to kind of trail upon that video and kind of show you what it is that I do. But first, before we do that, if you're new to this channel, like, subscribe, share, and then ring that little bell so you get notified whenever I go live or whenever I post a new video. So today, the topic is, tracking your precious metals. And I wanted to actually share an app that I use all the freaking time. And I have it on my phone. And it's by a company or a gold silver seller called Kitco. And one of the things about Kitco is what Kitco is well known for is they allow you to share their charts and everything on your website and all that other stuff. But they're probably one of the best tracking companies out there to track your precious metals and all the other things going on. Hey, Kim, how you good? Good to see you. So, but what I want to show you here, and this is kind of just jumping right into it. But this is the app, and I hope that we can see it here. But this app is great, and it's made by Kitco. This is a free app that you can download, and I'm pretty sure they make it for Apple and everything as well. But come on, you're able to see that you're able to track all kinds of stuff. And but the biggest thing that I track, again, is gold and silver. Come on, show it to me here. But gold and silver, platinum, palladium. And then down there, as you can see, is copper. And again, I'm sorry because everything is so bright here. But this is a free app that you can download. I think you can get it at the Apple Store as well as the Google Store. Sorry about my eye. It's itchy eye. But I use this app all the time. I'm always looking and checking what's going on in the gold market and stuff. And then also, primarily to track my silver and stuff. That's what I want to do. And then another thing that I track, which this app allows you to do, is also track the dollars standing. And so if you remember back in 2008, the dollar was really losing value out there. And as the dollar started losing value, the cost of silver started really going up. And so I tracked the process of the dollar versus that of silver. Now, interestingly enough, today's price for the dollar is sitting about 103, and the price of silver is sitting at 24. And so that's kind of interesting that they're both sitting around at a high mark, and one is not, outbalanced or anything. Because normally in the years that I've been tracking and everything, usually when the dollar goes down, silver goes up. And when silver goes up, most of the other precious metals and everything also goes up as well. So I tend to track those. But if you don't want to use this app on your phone or anything, you can also go to the Kitco website and you can check out that site. And so right here, what you can see is the Kitco website. And on here, you can see that we got gold, silver, platinum, palladium. And then also what is the historical fixes or the cost for, like, if you're buying gold in London, buying gold in the euro, buying gold in the British pound and stuff. But one of the other things that I really like here is that it shows the gold to silver ratio. And this is something that I also keep an eye on, is what is the gold to silver ratio. The historical norm for the gold to silver ratio has always been somewhere around 15-1. That's when everything is good, everything is wonderful, and all that. And we can track that all the way back to the Greek Empire. to being 15 to 1 as that historical norm. Now, when silver is way out there and gold is way out there too. So when we have like right now that you saw, it was a 79. So it was a 1 to 79, meaning it takes 79 pieces of silver to buy one piece of gold. Whereas historical norms have always been around 15 to 1, 15 pieces of silver to one piece of gold. And so that's another thing that I track to see where the gold and silver ratio is at that time. And so whenever I'm doing all that, I check these things. I use this app all the time. Hey, Lori, how you doing? But another good place to do a check, and this is from Market Watch. Market Watch allows you to track what the dollar index is doing. Again, this is where I was saying that I track the dollar index versus the gold to silver index. And so by doing these things, I'm able to track these and see where my gold, silver, and so forth are going. And so it's a great idea to stay informed, know what's going on out there, and so that you can track your precious metals and stuff. And it's another way that I kind of keep an eye on the economy is by doing these things. Now, what I have done is I have put the Kitco link down below, and Kitco is also a good company to buy your gold and silver from. I tend to prefer J&M Bullion and things because they're just, to me, they seem to be a better price. And so, that's just what I tend to purchase from. So, but in fact, here, let's look at this real quickly. And let me bring this up. And so, for example, today, copper rounds, because again, we were talking about copper yesterday, but as you can see, copper rounds are actually rather affordable. So this is, and they say low as, because let's see, let me find a good copper round that I like. I like the Indian head copper round. I'm just, partial to this. But when you look at what you're going to buy here, so this is the Indian head copper round. And, you can see if you're going to buy 1 to 19 pieces of copper, it's going to cost you $2.69. Whereas if you buy over 500 pieces of copper, it's going to cost you $1.69. So what you want to do is when you go to the J&M Bullion site is really look at how many pieces are you're going to purchase. And then you can look at their sliding scale right here and see what the cost of this is. And so that's a good thing to look at and check into and things. And you may not want that one. Oh, I don't like that one. Another copper round that I really like is the Lakota. The Lakota copper round is more used out there, if you want to call it that, or more recognized. And so when you're buying rounds, for example, the copper rounds, the Lakota is a good one that I like. And then another one, if you're using silver, is the Indian head or the buffalo copper round. And so these are the two rounds that I tend to purchase and everything if I'm not buying, walking liberties or anything like that. And so these are, again, J&M Bullion's got some good prices here and stuff. And in fact, what was that price again? So the price for the Lakota is $2.49 per copper round, which is not a bad price. But again, you can get 100 of these. Well, if you're going to get 100 of these, you're looking at $2.29, or actually $2.14 if you're buying over 100 of them. Which if you're able to do that, then look into I tend to buy in even numbers. So that being either 50s or 20s or something like that. And so again, look at that and see what price point you're comfortable with and everything. But as I was telling you yesterday, Citigroup came out with a report the day before showing that copper, they're really expecting copper to make a run. Now, I want to point out, one, I'm not a financial expert. I'm not a financial, advisor or anything like that. But something that you want to understand too, a lot of people look at, I'm going to precious metals as an investment. No, these are not investments and everything. These are a means to basically preserve your wealth. What you're doing is you're taking these pieces of paper, these dollars, and putting them into a tangible asset. And so what you're doing is you're protecting your wealth, not looking at these things as an investment. So what these things do is enable to maintain your buying power. And if you start doing research on precious metals and everything, you'll see that there are historical norms out there. For example, a silver dime will always buy you a loaf of bread. A silver quarter will always buy you a gallon of gas. A $1 or $20 gold piece will always buy a man a full business suit, a good quality business suit from shoes, socks, belts, tie, suit, so forth. And you can see that these prices have always maintained a historical norm. A gun was always like a half a piece of gold, or something like 15 or so silver pieces. So there's historical norms out there that you can track all the way back to whenever or whatever you want to track. And you'll see that these precious metals help you and help you maintain your wealth. And so this is why they are not investments. These are vehicles to create and preserve your wealth. And so this is one of the reasons why I like these things. This is why I like, I'm starting to look at copper and getting some copper on hand, because, and again, with the United States putting copper on the critical metals list, which is, again, the first time they have ever done that, then that means that copper is going to start shooting up in price. And again, looking at my app here, I can see that copper is sitting at 379. So I again, this app is an incredible app. Let me show it to you again here. Oops. Oh, come on, you stupid phone. But I love this app. Let's see if we can get it tuned in here. Come on. But I love this app. You can see, all the prices and stuff. You can track other things. Another thing here, you can see the USD. That's the US dollar. And so that's another reason why I like this app, is that it tracks the US dollar as well. And then again, it tracks, come on, stop shining so bright. And come on. But again, it tracks your silver, your gold, your so forth and so on. But it's free to download. I highly, highly recommend that you get it if you guys have precious metals and everything. Kitco, and again, Kitco is a great company. I've used their charts and everything in the past. I've used to use them on my website and so forth. But it's something that I would highly recommend that you would consider getting. And even if you can't get that, then I would consider, at least using the website itself. So again, by checking these things, you're able to keep an eye on what's going on. Other things that I like about the website is that you can also check in the markets. And again, if you're someone who likes to track the markets and everything, Kitco has just tons of charts and everything that you can use. And so it's a great, great website just for tracking and everything. And then they have a lot of great news and stuff, charts and data. You can pull up your own historical charts if you want. And, for example, that's the gold to silver, but you can create all kinds of different charts and customize them to yourself. What you need to do is you need to then, basically put in the information, and Kitco allows you to do this. You can create your own custom charts and stuff like that. So I'm really very in favor of using Kitco as your means to track information. And the reason we want to do all this is because we're preppers, and preppers want, those of us who are preppers, we see the need to keep an eye on what's out there on the horizon. And so by doing that, staying informed, you're able to stay ahead of the masses. And so when you start seeing these jumps, when you start seeing these things and everything, when you see that stuff out on the horizon, oh my goodness, this storm is coming, or oh my goodness, this situation is coming towards me. What can I do? And so you're able to make choices versus being reactionary. And that's the one thing that we don't want to do, is we don't want to be reactionary. Reactionary is an emotion based out of fear and cause panic and everything. Whereas by staying informed, knowing what's going on out there, you are able to make rational choices for you and your family. And again, by doing these things is by staying informed. And speaking of staying informed, check out my Telegram group and look into that. That's something else that you can do. Let me see if I can bring it up here real quickly here. Um, let's see, there it is right there. So let me see if I can bring this up, my Telegram group. Share screen. Oh shoot, wrong tab. Well, shoot. How come I can't do that? Doggone it, window. Here it is. Boom. I'm still learning this. But this is my Telegram group, and you can see all the different pertinent news that I gather and I add and everything to this group so that you guys stay informed. And by doing this, I'm always putting up, pertinent news and everything. In fact, just yesterday, the food prices set to increase above historical average. The government analysis comes out and sharing that. And so, by staying on top of these things, you're going to be better prepared. You're going to be able to stay better informed and everything. So really look into, basically signing up and joining my Telegram news group. And it's easy to find. Again, it is, let's see if I can show this to you. It's the Kilted Prepper News. So you can see that over there on the left. But I'm always posting news whenever I find anything that is pertinent that I think that you guys could benefit from. I'm always posting to that group. So consider joining my Kilted Prepper News group so that you can stay better informed. And anytime I see anything that goes on or anything like that, I'm always posting to that first. I then send out emails to folks and everything, and or I post it on my Facebook as well, depending on what sort of news and everything. But again, the more that we are able to stay informed, the better decisions that we are going to be able to make when SHTF is taking place, because we don't want to be reactionary. We want to make informed decisions. So hopefully this has been, some information that'll help you guys and everything. And so do me a favor, if you are new here, like, subscribe, share, ring that little bell so you stay notified whenever I put up new videos or I go live. And then also keep an eye out. I'm going to be doing a Zoom class here soon. I don't know if I'm going to be doing it this weekend or the following weekend, but I'm going to be teaching about how to create alternate forms of income, create cash flow streams, and some of the vehicles that I use that has been very beneficial to me. And maybe it might be beneficial to you, because by doing these things, I'm always looking for good, basically home-based business opportunities that I can just basically throw out there and it does its work. So the two of them that I really, really like is Thrive Life and then Patriot Switch. And I believe both of them are linked down below. But I really love these two companies because I'm able to, one, Thrive Life is food, and Patriot Switch is consumer goods. These are things that people are going to need no matter what's happening out there. And because people need them, they will always be shopping and buying. And so, and then other things that I do is I'm an Amazon affiliate, and also I affiliate other products and stuff and get paid that way. So there's multiple streams of income coming into me all the time. And the great thing about Patriot Switch and Thrive and Amazon is that I don't have to be sitting behind the computer or anything to be making money. And so these are some of the tricks and tips that I want to share with you in these classes that I would like to, share with you. Again, these are going to be free, so no charge or anything. It's my goal to really educate you and help you guys as best possible, because I want to see you guys survive, not only survive, but then thrive. And again, I look at a lot at history and stuff. And during the Great Depression, people had side hustles, and it was the people who had side hustles that made it through the Great Depression. And so by doing these things now, versus doing things later when SHTF is happening, then you're going to be behind the ball. But by doing these things now, you're going to be able to survive and thrive during the economic downturns that we're probably going to be seeing here in the near future. So that's everything for here, folks. Raymond Mhor, Kilted Prepper. You've been watching Coffee with Ray. So thank you so much. We'll see you. Goodbye. God bless. And kilt on.